Go. Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
hey YouTube, hey YouTube. This is your boy Ralph, your YouTube influencer. Yes, I love that. This is your YouTube influencer, your boy Ralph, back with another video. This is the Shy Season 5, Episode 3. This Christmas. And y'all know how I do. I cut off the camera from time to time, but while my hands still work, I'ma just sit right here with y'all. Now you can start.
Okay, y'all. I know this not in order, but it is what it is because I don't remember half the episode anyway. Um, with Tiffany and his gift and these gifts on it, like the man was trying. He was trying. Now he missed the boat because that's not what she wanted. But in the same token, though, men ain't trying to do that like that. So it was thoughtful. It just wasn't what you wanted. But I agree with Tiff in some retrospect. Like, at least consider what I want for you. Just buy anything.
Yeah, and make it thoughtful. You thought because she seemed like the flashy type. Who used to think that? Me, this one, your YouTube influencer. Yeah, I used to think that about this one to the right of me.
Oh yeah, he used to get that wrong all the time. And I used to be sitting there like, he gonna understand one day. He gonna understand that I'm not this. Just cause I have iPhone and MacBook don't mean I have those things because I didn't have a computer.
But she influenced y'all. I'm gonna get a little personal, but my bill is 131 every month. I'm not saying that I can't pay it because I can, but it's just the amount. Like I'm literally gonna have to um work my behind off. But y'all, something is in the process, but I'm not gonna tell y'all just yet because well, I don't want to jinx it. I want everything to work itself out. Then I'm gonna tell y'all. But yeah, yeah.
And what he basically saying is, to make a long story short, he basically saying I influenced him to get the phone that he got, and it's like, oh my god, my bill is $131. I shouldn't have got this. That's what he feels in a nutshell. That's what he's trying to say without saying. But I went ahead and said it for him. That's what he was trying to get out. Um, but my thing is this, if I really knew he couldn't pay, I wouldn't have said, "Hey, get that." If I really knew that, oh man, he's not gonna be able to afford that. Like I'm not a dummy. Like everything I do is very much strategic. I have a brain. Like I don't. I'm not an idiot. Actually, I'm very smart for a woman in a wheelchair. That's a
Yeah, you are.
So I knew he was going to be able to pay. And plus the phone that he had pink lines like pink lemonade, honey. It was a mess. He was accidentally dialing folks and contacts were getting lost. And it was a mess. But that's the last phone he gonna get, so he'll be all right. Yeah, it's not like he gonna get anything else.
And with this something that I gotta tell y'all about, I hope it happen real soon because I'm gonna be never mind. Never mind. But there's something that I gotta talk to y'all about. I hope it happens sooner than later. because it's gonna help me pay this phone off. And
And
I made my first installment payment, but I can't see how many more installment payments I got to go.
and see, that scene with Tiffany and Rob was what I try to tell him all the time. Because like he said, he thought I was that type because I'm walking around with iPads and whatnot. And I'm like, girl, I don't care what, like this is not. I'm very simple, and it's like I don't like gaudy gifts. I don't like gifts that draw attention to me. I don't like drawing attention to myself. Like I'm not. I'm over here in the background. I'm over here. Like yes, y'all know he has a girlfriend or whatever the case, but I'm over here. I just pop my head out every once in a while because I'm not an attention whore. But at the same time, Rob don't know Tiffany like so. He don't understand what she like and don't like. He barely know the girl named Tiffany for Christ's sakes. But you know, this is why you gotta vet who you date. They moving way too fast, in my humble opinion. You got this
Yeah, because
out.
yeah, I feel that way too. Because there's no way that he should be picking your son up from school. That's out of bounds, out of the bound.
Especially when he got an active father. Like he has a father. His father ain't dead. His father ain't on drugs. He has a parent. And it's like too much too soon. Like you just around here not giving a damn about nothing. And that's not okay. That's not good for your son. That's not good for you. Rob doesn't have any kids. And I don't think he's ready to be, you know, EJ's stepdad. Like he's not ready for all that comes with you. And you can't make a man be ready just cause you are. And it's like what I feel, and I was gonna say this when I was watching it with my baby last night. What Tiffany is doing, she looking for what she had with Emmett and other niggas. That's why she keep bouncing from nigga to nigga to nigga. She trying to find the respect and the love that Emmett did show her. She trying to get that from all these other niggas, minus all the cheating and all that, and the baby mothers, and that's what she doing. Any woman that goes from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship like that, without any type without any type of self healing, that means you looking for your ex nigga and other niggas, and that's not healthy because you ain't never gonna find him. You're never gonna find him. So just stop bouncing around. Like that's what you're doing. That
Yeah,
you have to heal and be. You have to be healed, and you have to be able to present yourself to a man in a healed. You just you act like you don't know how to be alone. You
yeah.
don't want to be
Like
a single
like you
mother.
you you act like you don't know how to be by yourself. You act like you act like me, Tiff. At one point, you act like me because I was like that too at one point. But now I ain't gonna lie, Tiffany. I do get lonely and I get sexually frustrated, but there's no reason. Cause see, back in the back in the gap, I didn't used to like being alone, but I like being to myself. Like my girlfriend literally had to pull my teeth just to drag me out.
Oh, and trust me, I don't mind being that woman, but I don't have to be that woman all the time. Now, I don't drag him out of his house all the time because I know he don't like coming outside that much. So it's not too much we're gonna do outside. But it's like I'm not looking for my ex in him. I actually got with him to get away from my ex. I'm not looking, you know. I prefer to be in a relationship. Now, that does not mean that I don't know how to be by myself. I do. I just prefer to be in a relationship. A happy and healthy relationship, by the way, not just any kind of relationship, by the way. Let me make that very clear. Because Tiffany out here hopping in any and everything, and the relationship don't even have to be healthy for her to be in it, and that's not good. You have kids. I don't have no kids. I'm not dragging my kid from man to man to man to man to man. Like you don't do that to your kids. That's why a lot of kids come out so messed up because there's no stability in their lives. Their mama got a new boyfriend every 3 weeks. It's like, okay. And then we got to get on to this Jada and Sway situation. Now, Jada, I was disappointed in her decision because I am Jada to an extent. Because my boyfriend is younger than me, just like hers was. He's young compared to how old I am. So I'm in Jada's position to an extent. But there's no way you should break up with Darnell. I mean, break up with Sway just to go back with Darnell. Darnell is the type of man.
Darnell is the type that hit it and quit it. So, I like you gonna get your heart broken again. I just have to be honest with you. I just have to be honest with you. I just have to be honest with you. You gonna get your heart broke because you think it because he got a big package and all that. All that is good. But what about when that goes away? Cause it's all good when you can hey he ha ha ha. Yeah. What about when all that shit goes away? And what's her name again?
Her name is Jada. My problem with Jada is this. Darnell is the type of man that reminds me a lot of my ex.
Uh,
Actually, actually, the guy I left to be with this guy over here. Darnell is the type of man that always learns the lesson too late. Then he wants to talk about he loved you, he grew up, he changed, he's not the same guy, yada yada yada. Jada, don't you notice that Darnell is saying this now that you're in a relationship? But when you were single, Darnell wasn't saying none of this. And he was just as old then as he is now. So it's like, Jada, you got to know that Darnell don't want you. He just don't want you to move on. He likes keeping you as an option of anytime I get ready, I could go fool with Jada if I want to. That's what
correct.
Darnell likes. That's why he didn't want you to get serious with Sway because he knew that he wasn't gonna be able to do that no more. Duh.
Co-
He been in and out of
correct.
your Darnell has been in and out of your life, Jada, for years. He come around, he give you the D, he leave, he come back. He been doing this same thing since season 1. We on season 5. He been married 3 or 4 times since he broke up with you or you left him or however it happened. Why do you think none of his marriages worked out?
Exactly.
He's been married 3 times. He done had 3 wives and had kids with all of his wives and don't take care of none of them. Didn't help you with Emmett at all until he was about 17, 18. He didn't help you until Emmett had kids of his own. Then he want to come play daddy. Like you had to raise Emmett all by yourself.
All by yourself.
You gonna leave a good
J-
man like
Jada, Jada, sweetheart. He's. Don't you know this is just temporary? Don't you know this is just temporary? And this is just me speaking from a man's perspective. If you got good pussy, a man will stand around you just to do that, just to get the puss. Like I'm trying to figure it out. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you don't like the fact that I cuss in my videos. I cuss like a sailor. But anyway, if you don't like that, you can unfollow me. And trust me, I won't be mad. Anyway, um go check out my girl Natalie Love. You gonna love her and tell her I sent you, cause she's gonna treat you right. But make a long story short, like you messing up a good thing, and this man wants to marry you. He wants to marry you, but you too busy looking at your ex, Darnell, and then you are he ha. You too old to be acting like this. You too old, and I'm gonna get on camera. I'm gonna get on camera. Let me just go on camera. Quick. You too old to be acting like this. You're way too old to be acting like this.
and it's like to me, you was already secure in your relationship. If it was too late for Darnell, it was just too late for the nigga. Okay. And sometimes you gotta let it be too late for people. You can't always, you know,
Imagine if I would have went back to Brittany. You know, we do put some realistic things into the videos that we're recording. But just imagine if I would have went back to Brittany and said, you know what, fuck Jazz, man. I'm gonna go back to Brittany.
that would have been the dumbest mistake you ever made in your life. And I would have said, okay, when she turned back into her old self, don't act like you know my number then. Because they like, well, people could grow up, people could change. Yes, they can. And that's good for them. But that don't mean you gotta be with them just cause they changed. That don't mean you gotta be with them. My ex has changed a lot. You don't see me with him.
Nah, he ain't changed. He ain't. Hey, that's not right. He hasn't changed.
It's just like your brother having changed. But we're not gonna go
Oh my goodness. We're gonna be back with another video after this one.
because it's like, and maybe he haven't, maybe he has. But I'm not focused on if he has or not, cause I'm focused on dealing with him. You shouldn't have been interested in what Darnell had going on. You should have been focused on Sway. And
Exactly.
let me tell you something. Sway gonna make somebody real happy. and you
And
gonna
you going and
get
you know what's good and you know let me pop on camera. I'm gonna be popping in and out. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late because you gonna see him with somebody else, and then you gonna wanna be with him. But it's gonna be too late to apologize. Too late. Shout out to Justin Timberlake, but it's gonna be too late to apologize.
make that song anyway.
It's too late. But seriously, I love that song. But it's gonna be too late.
And my thing is this, Jada, you let Darnell ruin another one of your previous relationships. He did the same thing when you was in a relationship with another guy before. He came back before and then he left.
And you can't keep letting the man keep coming back in and out. And the same thing goes for a woman. I can't. If Jasmine kept talking to me any type of way, and by no means does she do that. I love her. But I'm just saying, like hypothetically, if she was talking to me any type of way, calling me bitches and pussies, there's no way I would be able to getting out, keep getting in and out of relationship. And the thing because the thing is, yes, I'm a Cancer. July 1st, I just had a birthday. Woo! 27. Anyway, the thing about me is we get fed up. And once we get fed up, done. Done.
And it's like,
Because it take a lot for us to to get back with people and jump back into a relationship. At least it does for me. I don't know about all Kansas, but for me it takes a lot. You gotta jump through some hoops.
but it's like I've done what Jada is doing. My ex used to do this all the time. I'm in a relationship. He come talking about he love me, talking about he changed, talking about we was young, we older now, yada yada. All that stuff Darnell was telling Jada. My ex ruined not one, not two, not three, not four, but five of my relationship. Five of them went up in smoke because he kept on coming on back. He wasn't coming back to do right. He would just come back so the other person would go away. Soon as they would leave, he would leave. So I said when I got with him, this sexy guy to the right of me, I told my ex, look like man, you're not gonna ruin this. You're not gonna ruin this. If this one gonna be ruined, it's gonna be on the account of me and him. You're not gonna ruin it. You ruined five of my relationships. Five. Because you kept coming back and feeding me the stuff. And I just kept eating it up because I wasn't over you anyway. And you took advantage of the fact that I wasn't over you and you didn't I love you. Now we back together 6 months later. Well about that. It's like, bro, you wasted my time. Like, you wasted my time getting back with you just to be with you for 6 months, and then you talking about you don't want to be with me no more. Like, gone somewhere. And that's what's gonna happen to Jada. She done broke Sway heart. Sway don't want nothing to do with her no more. Darnell is not gonna stay. You see he cheating on his girlfriend, right? Don't think he gonna do that to you? He wants to be with you while he's supposed to be with Dominique. So what you think he gonna do if you commit to him? He didn't even break up with the person that he was with. If they cheat with you, they'll cheat on you. And then we gotta get to this thing with do. I hate saying Doodah, but I'm gonna call him Doodah because I don't like nicknames like that. The man name is Otis. I'm not about to be calling no grown man Doodah. Um, Tracy and Otis. First of all, no matter how separated he is, he's still married. Okay, and that's never good. Yeah, his wife don't want him and he don't want her, but they not divorced, okay? And that's not healthy. Take a page from Nene Leakes cup. Um, Tracy talking about some. I think I'm in love with him, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. You're feeling his. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling his. Okay, that's what you're feeling. No, you don't need to be with a guy like Otis Perry. He's married. He's not even committed to his wife. What makes you think he's going to commit to you? That is crazy. Like, women fall in love way too quickly. And then when they get their heart broken, they're looking around and wondering why. What are you wondering why for? Dude, I don't want his wife. He don't want Tracy. Duda cares about Duda. It's like, you know, at some point you gotta know better. And I don't think Kevin's parents are really happy. I think they just married for the sake of being married at this point. Because I don't think Ray is really over the fact that Nina cheated on her. She's trying to pretend like she over it because she doesn't want to make it look like she holding a grudge. But she's not over that. She's not over that. And I bet you she gonna start cheating with that girl that spent Christmas with her. Talk about this, my friend. Whatever, man. Like, I got too much respect for my baby to let anybody come between us like that. Like, my ex don't even try to come back no more. Cause he know I'm gonna block that shot into the fifth row. Cause he ruined too many of my relationships for me to keep letting him do that. And then we got this thing with Papa hanging out with this kid Bakari or whatever his name is. Like, Papa, I don't know what they're doing with Papa character. I don't know where they're trying to go with it. Mm. He keep trying to force this podcast that don't exist, child. And I'm just sitting there going, where are you going with all this? Where are you going with all this? Like, you trying to straddle the fence of being good versus being bad and all that, yada yada. Then we move on to Kevin and Simone. Kevin gives me. He don't know how to be alone either. I don't think his mother knew how to be alone either. And it's like he gives me. I want to find a girlfriend so I could be happy. People don't necessarily make you happy. Now they can contribute to your happiness. But you gotta be happy with or without a person. And Kevin, this girl don't want you either. Like you tried that with Lene. She didn't want you. You trying this with Simone. She look like she not that interested. Like, Kev, you can't force yourself down people's throats. It's too much. It's too much. I get it, but at the same time, it's like not healthy. Like, you trying to do the same thing Tiffany's trying to do. Like I said, Tiffany is looking for Emmett and other niggas. You looking for Gemma and other females. That's why you keep bouncing from girl to girl. You went from Gemma to Lene to Simone. You keep looking for Gemma because Gemma is who you really want, but she with Jake now. So because she off the table, you gotta bounce around like a human ping pong ball. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Like, heal yourself from that heartache before you try to go get somebody else. Because otherwise, you're going to keep looking for Gemma and all these people, and you're not going to find her. And like I said, the only reason you're looking for Gemma and all these people is because the feeling of Gemma is what you really want. How Gemma treated you, that's how you want to be treated by a woman. So that's why you keep looking for her in all these other relationships. Babe, you still there? Babe, hello? I don't know what babe doing.
I'm here.
Oh, I,
Um, uh, uh, I was on my, I was, I'm doing grocery shopping. But yeah, I feel like you looking for Jada because she was that,
oh
she
my,
was
her name is Gemma. Gemma. We've been going through this since season 4. Sorry, y'all.
Gemma. You looking for a woman like Gemma, and you might not be able to find her. Kevin, you might find you somebody that's not perfect like Gemma, but she will be perfect for you.
That's like
Because me
um,
personally, I don't feel like you will give this relationship a chance.
bro. You was just trying to get with Lene, and then when you figured out Lene wasn't happening, now you want to go over to this chick Simone, and she don't look like she all that interested in you either. But we'll see. But she just don't look like that.
She don't she don't seem interested. And that's just to me. Y'all let us know down in the comments.
Simone seems like she look at you like you a nice boy, but no.
Yeah. That's I picked up on that too.
Cause when you was on your date with her at Smokey's, she wasn't really talking to you. And you tried to give her the book, and that was thoughtful. That's the thoughtfulness I be talking to this guy over here. Because you knew that she liked to read, so you got her a gift by her favorite author, which was thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
And that's the thing about cancer that I like. Now, there's some traits I was like, oh, wait a minute. But the thoughtfulness part of cancer is what I do like.
Yeah.
I love that. I've always wanted a thoughtful man. Not to sound cliche and all of that, but I've always wanted a thoughtful man because Mr. Gemini man, he was not, he didn't give a shit. He he was very rough on me emotionally, mentally,
I'm a soft place for her to land.
and that's what I
At
needed in
least,
life. Not
and
to sound like I was, you know, not to sound like I didn't get love at home and all that. I didn't come from one of them households. I was very loved at home. But what I was always searching for was love outside of my family, outside of my brother, outside of my cousins, outside of my aunties, outside of my uncles. I wanted that kind of love outside of that. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, in the man I'm with now, I found it. And that's why I'm so happy because, yes, he does things that I think are a little bit frustrating at times. But would I trade him for anything? No. I know a lot of guys. Most of my friends are guys, and it doesn't phase me that I know a lot of different guys because I still want him. So it's like, yeah, man, y'all people need to lay off cancer sometimes. They get a bad rap. All
we,
right,
we, we do.
it's gonna be a little bit too emotional to a person that's not really emotional like that. Of course, it's gonna seem like it's a lot. To a person that doesn't really share emotions and doesn't really express, a cancer is gonna feel like a lot to somebody like that. But to me, it's not a lot because I've had the other side of the coin. I was with a man that didn't care how I felt about anything. So his emotions don't really bother me because the problem I've had since I started dating at 14 was I never had a guy that really took care of my feelings, cared about what I thought, or cared about my opinion, cared about, what was going on with me. And it feels good to be on the other side of that spectrum. I ain't gonna lie. Now he be talking about he thinks that he should give me the moon, the stars, and the planets and the orbits. And I, but all I want is you. And you like, that's all you want. Are you sure? Cause I'm very simple. I don't need a lot to be happy. And he's done more than what he thinks he's done to make me happy. That's the crazy part. Yo, every time I go to my husband's house and I got one of these, he always say, "Babe, can I have some?" And I'll be like, sure, you can have some. See, we share. We share. That stuff Chrissy P be doing, I don't know what that is. Child, that's a food. Um, we still got the Tech Wars video coming. Um, it's coming, but it's coming after we do an outing. We're supposed to do an outing, and so we're gonna do camera test. We're gonna trade phones while we're out. We're gonna take some pictures, take some videos, and then we're gonna come back and tell y'all about our experience with each device. Because even though my husband has had an iPhone, he haven't had an iPhone in a long time. So they've gotten way more advanced since he had.
Yes, because I hate iPhone. I hate the whole experience.
Yeah,
But since we're going on an outing either Friday or Saturday, um, I'm gonna see if iPhone is something that I could get with. What I should have done, what I should have done is listen and got an iPhone.
but he's
But I don't rock with the Apple ecosystem, and I have Android everything. Got Android tablet, got an Android TV, I got Android computer. So,
but that don't mean that you can't switch ecosystems in the future if you want to. You're
I
not.
might I might give it a chance, but it's just something it's just some things that I can't. Well, I'm doing without it now, and even that's making it difficult because I'm at the um give me more space. But is do we have any? Oh, and I want to talk about this scene where where that guy not okay. They which one? Remember when that guy came over Darnell house?
Yeah, that's Jada boyfriend, the one that punched him.
Jada. Jada boyfriend. See, that's why we have shows like Fatal Attraction. Jada, stop playing with this man heart. Cause see, my baby know to the right of me that I'm crazy. I will pop up at a nigga spot.
And when I saw that scene, I was reminded of him because when that thing went brrrr, and dinged on that iPad, and he knew the code to the iPad, and he opened it up, and it was another dick pic from Darnell. I knew where it was going.
Come on, we all knew.
I'm like, Darnell, okay, you doing the most. And now you're clearly doing this on purpose because you know she in a relationship and you doing the most. Like,
Yep, he is doing the most, the absolute most,
he did
for
all
no
that.
reason at all.
He did all that just so she could break up with her nigga. Just for you not to want.
Yeah,
Like you got to be an evil soul to break up somebody's relationship on purpose.
yeah, you have to be.
Like to purposely go and make her. question or break up with her man just because she thinks you want to get back together and you know in your heart you really don't. You just don't want her with him. That's tough. That's real tough to do that.
Yeah.
Like
And
I couldn't do this guy like that. If we wasn't together no more and he happy in a relationship, I wouldn't try to purpose ruin it just so that they can go away. Like that's messed up. And like you know how many niggas out here not proposing? The fact that you had a man that was willing to propose to you, are you dumb? You leaving him for Darnell? Crusty Dusty D? You leaving him because you want Darnell. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever. For Crusty Darnell, that's who you leaving a man that was ready to propose. Ready.
ready.
Ring and everything
Ready to propose.
was
But you won't but you won't Darnell.
that's what you
You
want?
want him. And you know what's gonna end up happening? You gonna end up getting your heart broke. And when you end up getting your heart broke, the mark my word. She gonna end up getting her heart broke.
And then you gonna be looking stupid. Saying, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah. You gonna be doing the Carl Thomas. Talking about some, I wish I never met her. Oh, even though I loved him so. You gonna be doing that. You gonna be singing, and he had love for me. Oh, yeah, yeah. You gonna be doing that. I'm not about to give you out the vocals. But the point is, you making a big mistake. He's a good dude.
Just because he's young don't mean he's not ready for that. Apparently, he felt like he was. He had the ring and everything. He was going to propose on Christmas Day.
Exactly.
Who? First of all, you gotta pray that a man want to marry you in the first place. Let alone one that you didn't have to ask. You gonna marry me, dog? You didn't even have to ask this man nothing about marriage. He just took his own initiative and said, I love Jada, I'm ready to propose. And you wanna leave him when he gets to this point, to the point that he's ready to propose. You gonna wait till then to be like, nah, bruh, we gotta we gotta slow down before we get to this part. Then what? Ben, what?
Yeah.
That didn't make no sense. And then you kissing Darnell at Emmett house like, is Darnell gonna propose to you? I think not.
Yeah. But you set yourself up for failure. You set yourself up for failure.
You don't break up with a man. First of all, you don't break up with a man on Christmas Day. That's bullshit. And number two, you don't break up with a man that's at this point to where he's ready to propose. And he's not proposing to you because he cheated like Emmett did Tiff. He's proposing to you because he wants to spend the rest of his life with you. If you wanted to break up with him, you should have did that way before he got to that point.
Yeah.
You don't let nobody get there and then be like, well, yeah, you know. Uh,
I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret.
I like that's just not
I proposed to this one, but I didn't do it correctly, so I got to do it again. But the point is,
the point.
she's not gonna let me get to this point, and then when I get ready to propose, she's just gonna be like, "Nope."
Like, nah, bro, we good. We moving too fast. That's not the time to say that when a man has a ring box. That's not no ma'am. That's not the time to be talking about we moving too fast. You should have said that a long time ago. Like, if you felt like y'all was moving too fast, you should have said that way before. And all of this stuff, like, Sway ain't gonna have nothing to do with you. He not because that's heartbreaking to get that far in a relationship, and then you just like, no, bro, we good. Like, no, bro, what the? And I told this one, I said, it's 2 days, it's 3 or 4 days you can't break up with me on. You can't break up with me on my birthday. You can't break up with me on Valentine's Day. And you're not breaking up with me on Christmas Day. We not embarrassing each other like that. That's embarrassing. That's a whole embarrassment. Like, it's a whole embarrassment. And people was expecting him at Emmett House. They like, where's Swade at? Where's Swade go? And he just
Yep.
got there.
Yep. And it's all your fault. It's your fault because you want to play these reindeer games and you too old to be playing. How? When are you gonna stop with these reindeer games?
How many relationships are you going to allow Darnell to ruin? Darnell has done this before. He came back into your life before when you was in a relationship with another guy.
Right.
He did the same thing. I love you, Jada. We was young when we got together. We older now. He did that same speech then.
Exactly.
Fast forward now, he's saying the same. Come on, man. And like, if you wanted to break up with Sway, you should have done so. And you let him think that you was in love with him. And then when he got ready to propose, you panicked. Like, oh no, how am I gonna get out of this? God, you should be happy.
Or or you should have put your grown man on and be like, dun, 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 dun. Hey, should have put your grown woman on and been like, this is very nice, but I'm just not ready. Not how I'm gonna get out of this. You was wrong.
You
Wrong. That's
get the ring the minute you found it. You should have went to him like, "Hey, I'm not ready for." Like, we just got together like 6 months ago. I'm not prepared to. And it's okay to say you're not ready, but don't let them get further than you and then be talking about they ready, get on their knee, and you talking about wait, I'm not ready. You could have,
you could have said that.
and now this man is whole embarrassed. He got this ring that he not gonna use. It's a fool. Like, I've seen some guy propose to his girlfriend for April Fool's joke. That was the worst thing I've ever seen on the internet. Like, he took her to the site where they had their first date, got down on one knee, had the ring and everything, And before she could respond, he talking about some April Fools. I was just playing, bro.
Like if Jasmine ever did that to me, I have a petty side to me. If Jasmine ever did that to me, she would break my heart into a million pieces. That's why you don't supposed to play jokes on people. Cause if I propose to Jazz on April Fools, which I'll never do because she'll be thinking I'm joking.
The girl was so hurt that her boyfriend did that to her on April Fools. She thought they was really finna. I mean, babe, it was elaborate. He had the ring and everything. He got down on one knee and was like, "Will you?" And then when she was getting ready to respond, he was like, "Psych, April Fools." That girl was so hurt.
Yeah. But J, that is her name, right?
Yeah, Jada Emmett mama.
Jada, you gonna get your heart broke. You gonna get your heart broke, and you gotta think. Where was Darnell when you had cancer?
Nowhere.
Where was Darnell when you was going through and you was crying? You don't do people like that. It's just like I'm gonna tell y'all something before we end this video, and then I have to go. We have to go. When I got my pressure sore, and for those of you that don't know about the whole pressure sore thing, go look at my pressure sore video. I posted it on this channel. Please go look at it. Um, yeah, please go look at it. Please and thank you. But none of my friends called me. Of course, my family did, cause I was in a lot of pain. But this one, to the left of me, she was there.
But they was at the hospital with him every day, checking up on him every day. Mind you, we was not together at this time because he had broke up with me earlier in the year. That story is a long story, and we might tell that story on here. Um, but he had broke up with me earlier last year. He had broke up with me. Now he broke up with me. I didn't leave nobody. He loved me, and of course I was hurt because this is my baby. I love him. So when he left, I was devastated, of course, but I was there for him every day. You know, making sure he was okay because I always tell him, yes, I'm happy that I'm with him and all of that. I'm happy that I'm with him. Wouldn't change being with him for the world. But I love him more as a person. I just love him in general and not because he's my boyfriend. And he don't understand that exactly, but I love him inside and outside the relationship. Cause like even when we wasn't together, I was still there. Now I didn't have the privileges that I have now, of course, but I was still there.
Yeah.
You know, we have boundaries when we're not together, like most exes do, but we're still very close with each other. Like, cause we were friends before we was any of this. Now, we fell in love in a very natural sort of way. I mean, my relationship was over by the time me and him got together because he wasn't one of those dudes. Like, he wasn't going to let me just. be with him. Like, because he felt like no matter how trash your man is, not right. He might be
Right.
garbage. He might be the worst to you, and he was. He was hot, sweaty chicken grease. Okay, but he wanted to make sure my relationship was over before I even did anything with him. Now my ex didn't like it once our relationship ended. Oh, he was pissed. But he was Darnell, and he didn't think that that cycle was gonna have to end at some point because he had ruined too many of my relationships. Because every time I'm in a relationship, he come back. I love you, baby. I'm changed. I done grown up. No, what you really saying is none of the people you wanted really wanted you like that. So now you want to double back. That's what that is.
Right.
And it's okay, but let's be honest. Let's not act like you love me all the. You thought you had more options than you did, and then you found out you didn't. So let me go on back home. And by the time he decided to come back, I was already booed up like Ella May or whatever her name.
Yeah, that's her name, Ella May.
She got a new song, by the way. I'm, I'm gonna send it to you. And he was so mad that he couldn't come back. He was so upset. Like he hated me and him for years. He done calmed down a lot now, but that's beside the point. My thing is, you gotta know when you in a good thing, ain't nobody coming between that. I don't care who or what it is. If you really love your mate, you gonna be with your mate. You not gonna let nobody distract you. And Darnell just trying to distract you so Sway can go away. So once he know that Sway is completely out the picture, he's going to go away because he feels like he accomplished his job, which is to get Swayed up out the way.
Right. Anything else you would like to say before we end it? Before I do my usual.
Nah, we done covered everything in the episode. Like,
Okay. So what I need y'all to do is give me what I need y'all to do is give me a thumbs up, like the video, because it helps people know about me, your YouTube influencer, Raphael Hartwick. And we will talk to you guys next week.
bye bye.
Um, uh, um,
Oh, yeah, before we go, we'll be back on Thursday because, we're doing another season.
oh Lord. Yes, we will. We'll be back
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Oh,
And that like y'all like we doing these videos for y'all because I know that my subscribers like them, but um I'm doing Ready to Love. Ready to Love. When it comes back on. It comes back on July 28th. So be
no.
on the lookout for that one. I don't think Jazz is gonna want to do that one with me, but I like to do shows like that. So
Hey,
yeah.
it come on 29. It come on July 20.
Oh, my bad. The 29th. So I will be back on camera probably Saturday morning. You'll see me. You
Babe,
won't.
if we doing all the queens me, the season 2 start Thursday, honey. It's gonna be a fool. Child, I'm going to bed.
This is the question. Are they putting all the episodes on their one by one.
Uh, yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
y'all. If y'all ain't seen all the Queen's men, baby, it's P Valley on steroids, honey. Okay, they shooting people, they killing people, they drugging people. People's getting pregnant. Like it's a mess.
it's a fool. But
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. Like I said, we'll see y'all Thursday for the sisters review. Bye bye.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, y'all. Deuces.